You know that feeling when you think you have a story? Yeah. The tip of the tongue kind of story. The question is, how do you take that feeling forward? Roll the intro. When I purchased my kit, I wanted to test it out to its limits. Normally, you would do some sort of B-roll of flowers, bees, trees, and all those stuff that normally comes with it. I decided to go head first, deep end, do a short movie. The first thing that came to mind was the name, First Light. I didn't put too much thought into it. It meant the first light my girl would be experiencing. That's about it. Thing is that I believe that I could do a little bit more with that name. I wanted to explore it further. So I did what I normally do, did some motivational research, and I invested in a book by Blake Snyder called Save the Cat. Best purchase ever. As the book reads, the first question you need to answer is, what is the story about? If you are unable to answer that question in 1 or 2 lines, then there is a very big problem. So I spent my first amount of time pondering about what will the story be about. Eureka! It's about a man who is bound to relive his life between 3 a.m. and dawn. That is what the story is going to be about. How, where, when, why, doesn't matter at this stage. All I knew is that a story about a man and how things will change during the course of this story. Then came the time to test the concept. So I pitched it. I chose a focus group, which is my wife, son, and daughter. Small focus group. And I simply told them the story. They seemed engaged and interested enough. And that was enough for me at this stage. The book, Save the Cat, has a lot of fantastic things in it, but the part that grabbed me most were the beats, how a story should be structured. So I got Milanote, which is my app of choice, and brought out the beats from Save the Cat on Milanote. And it was overwhelming. There were so many boxes that I had to fill in, and so many boxes and questions that required answering. So I decided to make my own short version of the beats. Okay. What does a film really need? Every film needs a beginning and an end. A film needs a midpoint and an all is lost moment. Okay? And then it's the delta between the beginning and the end. Simple enough. And that is when the short beats came about. What next? Simple. Fill in the blanks. Visualization. That is the next part I needed to do. So I researched movies to get a feeling of shots and moods that I was after. I researched a lot of the masters of movie making, and I found a very great tool which is called ShotDeck, and this allows you to search specific keywords, and it gives you all the shots related to your keywords. If it's a dark shot, a morning shot, you build a good structure of what you think or wish your movie should be about. Now that I had a story, more or less, it was time for me to sample it out with the target group, my wife, daughter, and son, who were still patiently waiting for a full story for me to tell them. So they seemed quite engaged at the time, and as I was telling them the story, I was tweaking it here, a little bit there, until I got their full attention and I got their full engagement. So then I knew I had a story worth telling. As things go, once you get that blue sky thinking moment, go write it down on paper or fingers to keyboard or chalk on cave wall, if you're into that sort of thing, as long as you get it written down and start the screenplay. I use Faden, mostly because I wanted to get used to the industry standards of writing scripts, but you can do it practically on any matter or media you wish. At this stage, screenplay done! But that is only the beginning of the entire process. The next stage, and what will be in the next episode, is from screenplay to the entire pre-production process. Please subscribe to my channel, as this helps a lot, and hit the notification button should you wish to be notified about future episodes. Wishing you the best for the festivities and see you all next year. Keep at it, capture the moment. Wow, 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 wow. Woo, woo. Rolling.